我今也就能想咱爸妈给咱弄吧。我祝你爸妈中的节日中国人安着忙吧。节节节日到这节春节了，这是。我的爸妈是的红，我妈红板子人，我的爸妈是的红，我妈红板子人，我的爸妈。我妈红板子人，我的爸妈是的红，我妈红板子人，我的爸妈是。我妈红板子人，我的爸妈是的红，我妈红板子人，我的爸妈是的红，我妈红板子人，我的爸妈是。我妈红板子人，我的爸妈是的红，我妈红板子人，我的爸妈是的红，我妈红板子人，我的爸妈是的红，我妈红板子人，我的爸妈。我妈红板子人，我的爸妈是的红，提拉的江苏拉的边地到所港的那边啥不少，不打住些话，就当专心别人家的事儿。中等点广播讲话让要拉响在路，跟个路主正你正着你的难道老师，这年当个正是是不是你记得个老啊？刚到这边做人马路门道，等我这就是为着做个老，我知道这样了，就这样的。我这接着你们你努力接着到中在讲马路门在等我。这年中在那这能多年大张三军大所有的你做年这都知道这年见证道路们让我让蓝的我马拉巴扎那的我马拉巴扎那的我马拉巴扎那的我马拉巴扎那的我马拉巴扎我马拉巴扎那的我马拉巴扎那的我马拉巴扎那的我马拉巴扎那的我马拉巴扎那的我马拉巴扎那的我马拉巴扎那的O mara baza nardo, o 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 mara baza nardo. Tudun jijin jiro waziraji, dalu dama mambaravza, Quadan danjo jolo domba, Lodrö wobe nawa jeda soro, Nyaji jimbo zordana nime jan, Zone malum jimbo ngavjat. Pagaradang zandu jermado domba de jejan shanzalo 啊，南巴错了，这是的嘞是啊，各位佛友，大家晚上好。
Good evening to everybody here tonight.
我们现在准备讲今天的课。
And I'd like to begin this evening's teaching now.
转眼间有差不多过了1年了。去年我们来到这里也讲过课。那从去年到现在，基本上都1年了，时间过得非常的快。那么。不知道这个1年当中呢，我们每一个修行人自己的这个内心当中有没有什么进步？
It's almost a year now since I was here the last time. When I was here last time, I had the opportunity to give some teachings. The time has passed indeed very quickly, and I wonder how the state of everybody's practice has been in the time since we last met.
那么今天呢，我们准备这几天我们这个墨尔本这边呢，准备了3天的课。那3天的课都跟菩提心有关系的课程。
The 3 teachings that we have planned for Melbourne all revolve around the topic of Bodhicitta.
因为菩提心。它是我们整个的大乘佛教不管是汉传佛教、藏传佛教整个的大乘佛教的精华。
And the reason for this is that Bodhicitta is the essence of Mahayana Buddhism, regardless whether it is the Chinese tradition or the Tibetan tradition.
然后菩提心呢，它是大乘佛教的灵魂。如果没有菩提心，就不存在大乘佛教。
Bodhicitta, you could say, is also the soul of Mahayana Buddhism, such that without it there would in fact be no Mahayana tradition.
大乘佛教，为什么叫做大乘佛教呢？就是因为它有菩提心，所以叫做大乘佛教。
So the Mahayana vehicle, or otherwise known as the greater vehicle, is known by this term precisely because it is underpinned by bodhicitta.
如果大乘佛教没有菩提心的话，那就大乘佛教就不叫大乘佛教。
And if it didn't, or if it wasn't underpinned by bodhicitta, then there wouldn't be Mahayana Buddhism. It wouldn't be known by this name.
为什么这么讲呢？中文里面的大乘和小乘，那这个乘是什么意思呢？就是交通工具，乘就是交通工具古代的马车到今天的各种各样的交通工具叫做乘。
If we look closer at the etymology of the word vehicle, then in Chinese, the character for vehicle 乘 refers to methods of transport or modes of transport, going back to antiquity, from horse chariots to other kinds of old forms of transport.
这个为什么用这个交通工具来形容大乘和小乘的这个意思呢？就是说，比如说交通工具，我们从这个地方可以把我们带到另外的一个目的地交通工具都是这样子。同样的比如说我们学小乘佛教的话，那小乘佛教通过小乘佛教的这个方法，可以达到他要达到的目的地。然后呢，学大乘佛教的话，那就通过大乘佛教的方法，也可以达到大乘佛教他想达到的这个目的地。所以，这个大乘和小乘的这个方法呢，学佛的这个方法，就跟一个交通工具一样的，所以叫做大乘小乘。
Why is it that we use this metaphor of a vehicle, or use the idea of a vehicle to talk about the Mahayana teachings or the Hinayana teachings, the teachings of the greater vehicle and the basic vehicle? The reason is that a vehicle or a mode of transport is able to convey us from one place to the other. So for this reason, the Mahayana tradition is able to convey us from where we are now by relying on its methods of practice to a particular destination. And the same goes for the Hinayana tradition too. By relying on its practices, it's able to convey us from a point where we are now to a particular destination, and hence we speak of these two traditions as vehicles.
那么小乘佛教呢，它的目的是什么呢？就是解决自己的生老病死的问题，他没有考虑更多的众生，他只是为了解决个人的问题。然后大乘佛教呢，首先解决自己的问题，然后呢，他就解决天下所有的众生的这个问题，生老病死的问题，这就是大乘和小乘的不一样的地方。
The primary difference between the basic vehicle and the greater vehicle is that the basic vehicle is chiefly concerned with the individual liberating his or herself from the sufferings of samsara, whereas according to the teachings of the Mahayana tradition, a practitioner is concerned not only for liberating oneself from the sufferings of samsara, but moreover for helping all other sentient beings to attain liberation from this suffering as well.
小乘佛教，小为什么叫小呢？因为它的这个交通工具不能载太多的人，就像一个直升机一样然后呢， 大乘佛教它可以载它的这个交通工具可以载很多很多的人，就像波音747这样子，但是呢两个都是飞机。
So the Hinayana tradition referred to sometimes as the lesser vehicle. Why do we talk about it in terms that render it small? We can say the reason for this is because as a mode of transport, it is circumscribed in its capacity to carry a particular number of people. It's not able to convey as many people to a particular destination as the Mahayana tradition is. So we can perhaps liken the teachings of the basic vehicle or the basic vehicle itself to a helicopter, whereas the Mahayana teachings would be something more like a Boeing 747.
那大乘佛教它为什么是波音747？然后呢，小乘佛教为什么是一个直升机呢？主要的区别就是菩提心。
And the main difference between these two vehicles, why we liken one to a helicopter and the other to an aeroplane, is precisely this essential point of one emphasizing bodhicitta and the other not so.
首先，我们简单的介绍一下什么叫做菩提心。
So I'd like now just to introduce briefly what we mean by the term bodhicitta.
我们可以这样子理解，第一个爱心，第一个爱心，第二个就是慈悲心，第三个是菩提心那这三个之间有什么区别？首先给大家介绍一下。
And I'd like to start by talking about the differences between concepts of love, compassion, and bodhicitta.
我们很多我们社会上大多数的人通常我们讲这个爱心就是大部分都是针对人类。
In general, the idea or the notion of love as it is used in everyday society tends to refer to love in relation to human beings.
比如说我们有人需要帮助的时候去当义工，去救灾救难还有就是去需要帮助的贫穷的人，我们拿一些物质去帮助等等都叫做爱心。
So actions such as assisting people who are in great difficulty or undertaking volunteer service, etc. These are all kinds of actions or conduct that could fall under the concept of love.
那么除了我们的这个社会上的爱心人士所倡导的这个爱心以外还有很多世界上基本上所有的宗教也都在讲爱这个字。
And in addition to the idea of love as it is promulgated by supporters and advocates of charity in society, love is also a central concern of every world religion.
但是这个我们通常我们这样的这个爱跟这个爱心跟这个佛教的这个慈悲心是有区别的。
However, this notion of love is different from the Buddhist notion of compassion.
比如说我们人类有爱心，比如说有人需要帮助的时候，我们愿意去帮助就人力物力不管怎么样，我们都愿意去帮助。还有就是就只要如果哪一方有什么灾难这样子的时候，我们也很关心等等都是有但是呢。所以呢，我们很多人认为，自己是一个爱心人士，然后呢，认为自己很善良，很文明， 我们很多人都是这么认为，只是我们只是对人好一点，我们就认为我很善良我有爱心这样子。
Most people regard themselves as kind, loving, concerned for others when they undertake action that is beneficial or of assistance to other human beings.
但是这种人同时比如说对动物很残忍对动物很野蛮但是呢我们不认为，因为我们对动物很残忍，因为我们对动物很野蛮所以我不是一个善良的人，我们就不会这么去想。我们对人善良，我们对人有爱心我们认为我是有爱心的人。
But in many cases, people who are kind to other humans in such ways are at the same time extremely cruel and inconsiderate towards animals, but this doesn't impact on their own self-conception as a kind and loving person.
所以我们世俗的这个爱当然是很好的，但是呢它有太多的局限性有些呢人与动物的这个划分分得很清楚，有些呢比如说我们对我们自己相同的这个信仰的人，有相同的信仰的人有爱心，但是对异教徒没有爱心等等。所以我们这种世俗的这个爱虽然是好，但是呢它有太多的局限性。
So this kind of conventional notion of love and kindness is, of course, a very good thing. At the same time, though, it does have significant limitations. Limitations include in relation to, for example, the relationship between humans and animals. Some religious followers, for example, show kindness and love to members of their same faith, but are not able to extend the same feeling to people from other religious backgrounds. In any case, this conventional kind of love and kindness is characterized as limited.
但是佛教讲的这个慈和悲跟我们的这个爱心是不一样的为什么不一样呢？佛教在这个爱心或者是这个慈和悲上面再加两个字，就是无量慈无量心和悲无量心。
The difference between this conventional attitude of kindness and the Buddhist notion of loving compassion is primarily the fact that the Buddhist notion of loving kindness is associated with a notion of immeasurableness. And so we often talk about both of these things, loving kindness and compassion, in an immeasurable extent. And so we talk about things like the four immeasurables and such like.
然后这个无量心我们在大乘佛教里面呢也叫做大慈大悲我们很多人会念大慈大悲观音菩萨，那这个大慈和大悲还有慈无量心和悲无量心那这个是什么意思呢？我们给大家简单的介绍一下它的具体的内容。
So in Buddhism, we talk about immeasurable loving kindness and immeasurable compassion, and I'd like to talk briefly about these two things.
无量无量就有两个不同的意思。
We can understand the word immeasurable in two senses.
第一个意思我们所慈悲的这个生命生命它是无量的，它是无数的如果仅仅是我们在这个地球上的人类的话，那就不是无量，不是无数，它只有70亿人口。但是呢，佛教就认为，除了这个地球以外，还有成千上万、有无数的像我们的地球一样的这个星球上面就居住各种各样的这个生命。所以呢， 这个宇宙啊，它是无边无际的，所以在这个宇宙当中生存的这些生命也是无穷无际无边的所以叫做无量。
The first way that we can understand immeasurable is in terms of the object of our loving kindness and compassion. We can understand the beings to which we direct our loving kindness and compassion as immeasurable in their extent. If our object were only humans, then we could say that they're limited in number. There are only 7 billion humans on the planet. However, from the Buddhist perspective, beyond this very world that we live in, and indeed our own universe, there are many, many cosmoses that stretch beyond this. And so in terms of the beings or the objects of our loving kindness and compassion, we conceive of this in an immeasurable way.
所以佛教就认为这个众生生命的数量它是没有界限的，它就是没有一个具体的数量，它是无数的无量的，只能用无量这样子的词来表达。
From a Buddhist point of view, the number of sentient beings or beings is immeasurable, it's limitless. And so it's for this reason that we can only use the word immeasurable. This is the only appropriate way to describe them, their extent, their scope.
佛教的慈悲心它这个发慈悲心的这个对象那它不是人类，它不仅仅是人类，它不仅仅是有佛教的信仰的佛教徒那么是什么呢？就是这个无量的众生对所有的众生，对所有的生命都要发起慈和悲因为慈和悲的这个对象是无量的，所以叫做无量。
The objects of loving kindness and compassion for Buddhists are not simply humans, and they are not considered limited in nature. So for this reason, we extend our loving kindness and compassion to a spectrum of beings that is not possible to be limited or quantified. It is immeasurable.
佛教的这个慈悲心对动物、对人类对佛教徒、对异教徒对有信仰的人、对没有信仰的人都要平等的发慈和悲慈悲心，所以是从这个角度来叫做平等。
And we talk about this loving kindness and compassion as being possessed or characterized by equality. In terms of the objects of our loving kindness and compassion, it doesn't matter whether they're humans or animals, or Buddhists or non-Buddhists, people with religious faith or not with religious faith. Everyone, all beings are exactly equal from the point of view of the Buddhist teachings. And so one of the most important characteristics of loving kindness in compassion is that it is underpinned by a principle of equality.
大乘佛教他说我们学大乘佛教的时候呢，只要我们放弃某一个生命哪怕是一个也会犯戒的那不管是动物异教徒还有其他的这个各种各样的生命不管是什么样的生命都不能放弃放弃是什么意思呢？放弃的意思就是说，比如说未来的某一天我有机会去帮助某一个生命但是如果我有机会我也不去帮助，我故意不去帮助，那这个就叫做放弃如果这样子放弃一个人或者一个生命，故意放弃，那就会犯这个菩提心的会犯戒的菩萨戒的。
It's said in the Mahayana teachings that to even abandon one single being is to break one's bodhisattva vows, so to undermine bodhicitta or loving kindness and compassion. In terms of what it means here to abandon a being, this can be understood as a situation where we do have the opportunity to help or assist another being, one single being, and despite having this opportunity, we don't take it. We don't avail ourselves of this opportunity. So even doing this once in respect of one single being from the point of view of the Mahayana teachings is a breaking of the bodhisattva vows.
那达成佛教的这个慈悲心啊，还有需要有另外一个叫做摄无量心啊，慈无量心和悲无量心，还有一个叫做摄无量心。摄无量心是什么呢？它就是摄取啊，这个我们比如说我们现在对我们的家人对我们的朋友有这个爱心，然后呢对我们对自己不好的人或者是陌生人就陌生人我们没有这种慈悲心，那就是要失去这样子的偏见，这些片面的东西全部要放下，就是平等的去发慈、发悲心、发慈心这个就叫做摄无量心。
So in terms of the four immeasurables, we have the immeasurable of loving kindness and the immeasurable of compassion. We also have the immeasurable of equality, and this refers to the fact that our bodhicitta needs to be equal in respect of all beings. So quite often we are quite partial, extending love and kindness and compassion to those with whom we are on good terms, our family, our friends, those with whom we are intimate, but in respect of people who are further away from us or to whom we are indifferent, we don't extend the same treatment.
好，第一个就是因为它的对象就是无量的生命，所以叫做无量。第二个如果我们对无量的生命发起慈和悲这样子的话，那它的功德佛教就讲功德和利益它的功德也是无量的它的功德也是无量的。比如说我们对一个人好跟对10个人好，这个功德是不一样的我们对10个人好跟对100个人好，功德不一样。所以我们对无量的众生好，对无量的众生发慈和悲这样子的心的话，那这个功德也是无量的，所以叫做无量所以叫做慈无量和悲无量。
Now coming back to the why we talk about it being immeasurable. So immeasurable in the first sense because the scope or the objects of our compassion and loving kindness are immeasurable in scope. And then secondly because the benefit or the merit in generating immeasurable loving kindness and compassion to other beings generates benefit and merit that is immeasurable in nature. There is a difference between being altruistic to one being and 10 beings. The benefit that we generate thereby is of a different scale. So if we are able to generate love and compassion, exercise love and compassion in respect of all beings without distinction, then the benefit and merit that we generate thereby is also immeasurable in its magnitude.
我们世俗的这个爱一般都是达不到这样子的这个层次所以我们一般讲的这个爱心跟佛教讲的慈悲心就是有所区别。
And it's for this reason or on this basis that we tend to distinguish the Buddhist notion of compassion from more conventional notions of love and kindness, precisely because of the importance of the immeasurable nature of both scope and benefit associated with the Buddhist idea of compassion.
然后接下来我们介绍一下那什么叫做慈，什么叫做悲。
And now I'd like to talk about loving kindness and compassion, what we mean by each of these.
慈和悲它的内容是不一样的那首先悲是什么呢？悲心和慈心这两个的内容不一样。首先慈悲心是什么样子？比如说当我们看到某一个生命受苦的时候，比如说我们看到一个病人病得特别的严重这样子的时候，或者是我们看到一个流浪狗流浪猫在外面天气特别冷的时候呢，有没有吃的没有喝的特别的冷等等就是我们看到一个这样子的受苦的众生的时候呢，然后我们发自内心的从骨子里希望他离开远离这些痛苦从骨子里面，就是从内心当中诚心实意的希望他离开这个痛苦这个心叫做悲心。
In terms of compassion, we talk about this as the feeling of that comes from a very deep place in our heart that wishes and aspires that other beings be free from suffering. So it's the feeling perhaps on seeing someone who's afflicted by a sickness or an animal that is suffering outside in the cold, and upon apprehending their situation, feeling or generating an extremely strong state in one's mind or heart, a wish that this being be free from suffering. And this is what we refer to as compassion.
然后慈是什么呢？当我们看到这样子的生命的时候呢，我们发自内心的希望他们拥有幸福拥有快乐从这个角度叫做慈，叫做慈行。
And loving kindness is then wishing that this particular being in question is able to attain happiness, the causes for happiness. So this is the other side of the equation.
实际上慈当中呢也有悲悲当中也有包含了这个慈，但是呢也是我们也可以分开讲也比如说希望他远离痛苦，从这个方面讲叫做悲希望他具备幸福和快乐从这个角度就讲他是从这个角度叫做这个慈那就是两个不同的成分，一个是希望远离痛苦的成分，另外一个是希望拥有幸福的成分，所以也可以分开讲。
Of course, compassion embodies loving kindness, and loving kindness also embodies compassion. They do go together. However, it is possible to separate them for the purpose of analysis, with compassion being primarily the desire that another being be free from suffering, and loving kindness be the wish primarily that another being enjoy happiness and the causes for happiness.
世俗的爱虽然是非常的好世俗的爱它有它的价值但是呢世俗的爱它的缺陷是什么呢？因为它就是对一个特定的这个群体才有爱，它就打破不了这个界限所以呢这个世俗的爱就没有办法去控制比如说我们这个世界上发生的这些战争还有就是发生的这些歧视虐待等等，比如说人类去虐待动物那这个我们的世俗的这个爱心呢 有可能一部分是可以阻止，但是呢，也不一定完全能够这个阻止啊。还有就是，比如说我们种族之间的战争啊，国家之间的这个战争，世俗的这个爱啊，那个时候呢，他一下子他的爱就是转变在他的。站在他的这个方面，他自己方面的这些人，然后其他的人呢，他立即就可以排在外面，然后呢，他就划界限啊，我就爱这些人，不爱那些人，世俗的爱是可以这样子，所以呢，他很多时候呢，他没办法控制我们这个。历史上，比如说历史上发生的很多的这个悲剧这些都是他没有办法控制的。
As I mentioned before, conventional love and conventional kindness does indeed have its value. However, its primary lack is the fact that it tends to be restricted to a particular scope or group of persons. It tends to be partial in nature. And so for this reason, it is not effective in dealing with many of the problems that we see in the world today, from all kinds of abuses and wars and other various calamities. The reason being that it's very easy within the scope of conventional notions of kindness and love to draw boundaries between who the objects of who the legitimate objects of our love are. And when we draw a boundary like that, some people fall within and we can show love and kindness to them, and those who fall outside that line are on the other side and lie beyond. So this is the primary lack of conventional ideas of love and kindness.
好，这个是世俗的爱和佛教讲的这个慈悲心的区别。接下来我们讲这个慈悲心跟菩提心的区别。
So that is the primary difference between conventional notions of love and kindness and the Buddhist idea or concept of compassion. And I'd now like to talk about the difference between compassion and bodhicitta.
菩提心呢，它对所有的生命然后就不分任何的界限，它没有任何的界限，它把所有的这些界限都打破了。这个跟我们刚才讲的四无量心是一样的，因为四无量心就是菩提心的基础。
Bodhicitta, in terms of who it or who are the legitimate objects for bodhicitta, there is no differentiation between any being. There is no distinctions that are made, and in this way it's the same as the immeasurable of equality. In fact, this immeasurable is is a foundation of bodhicitta.
然后菩提心就是希望天下所有的人，希望天下所有的生命拥有幸福，拥有这个快乐，远离痛苦。这个基础上，它还有一个使命感和责任感。
With bodhicitta, in addition to the desire that all beings be free from suffering and that all beings attain happiness, there is an additional sense of mission and an additional sense of responsibility.
那他有什么样的使命感呢？大乘佛教他就认为我们光是想希望天下所有的众生离苦得乐当然这个是非常好的，但是呢，我们永远都这么去发心愿是不够的需要有一个实际的行动我要去做，不管我有多大的能力，我从现在开始去做这个，让天下所有的众生能够得到幸福快乐，让天下所有的众生远离一切痛苦的这个工作我现在要去做这个工作，做这个事情。
So the nature of this mission is, in addition to the desire or the aspiration for all beings to be free from suffering and to attain happiness, This is seen as very good. It's an important foundation, but in itself not enough. There is emphasis on the need for practical action in order to see this aspiration come about in reality. So it is an undertaking to engage in some degree of action to achieve this goal, irrespective of, or depending on the level of ability that one might have in one's own circumstances.
然后菩提心呢，它首先感觉到天下所有的众生都有很多很多不同层次的痛苦我们人类有人类的痛苦，动物就有动物的痛苦，其他的众生呢也有他们的痛苦。总的来说大家都有生老病死这样子很多很多的痛苦那么他希望这些人远离痛苦。那么他认为我光是这样子希望他们怎么样，愿他们怎么样，这样子还不够，所以我要去做我要去做这个事情。那我怎么去做呢？首先前提的条件是什么呢？首先我本人就需要有这个做这个事情的能力如果我没有这个能力，我怎么去做呢？没办法能力没办法去做。所以首先我要这个自我提升创造这个能力。
So Bodhicitta is based on an appreciation that there are many different degrees and manifestations of suffering that are faced by different beings, not only among humans themselves, but also among animals and other kinds of beings. So in addition to the aspiration that they be free from this suffering and or their various sufferings and attain happiness, there is the very strong desire to do something about it, to engage in practical action. However, in order to be able to do so, it's necessary that one has a certain capacity. And so an important part of bodhicitta is undertaking to cultivate within oneself a greater capacity to work towards this aim of bringing other beings from suffering.
那么这个能力这种能力，这种巨大的能力来自于什么呢？就是来自于我们自己的内心深处我们的内心深处就是有一个潜在的能力，就是一个巨大的能力，非常非常大的能力。那这个能力是可以被开发的。
And in terms of this capacity and increasing it or cultivating it, we see this as something that is primarily about harnessing or cultivating an inner state. Every individual is envisaged as having a potential, a very vast potential in this way, and so the necessary work is to go about manifesting this potential, enabling it to realize.
就像从物质的角度来讲我们过去的人他们不知道一个原子一个分子就是一个很小很小的一个物质有这么大的巨大的这个能量但是后来科学家发现了就是一个这么小的一个原子它的这个能力最后就把这个整个世界都可以毁灭核武器的这个力量那么同样的我们的内心的世界当中呢也有一个这样子的巨大的这个力量是可以开发的。
Just as in the past, humans did not know or did not comprehend the potential of a single atom to generate enough energy to destroy the whole world, our understanding of our latent potential in respect of our inner minds is also, we have a great underestimation or a lack of understanding. But in actual fact, the potential that every individual does exist to grow their potential in this way is extremely vast. We can liken it very much to this metaphor.
佛教 跟其他的宗教的不一样的地方是什么呢？佛教它不认为这些力量来自于某一个神、某一个造物主等等，他认为这些所有的力量就可以从自己的内心当中开发出来。
The Buddhist teachings don't regard this potential force or latent power to be something that is conferred by a creator or a god. They view this as something that is potentially able to be cultivated by every individual themselves.
我们的人的身体也是可以被锻炼，比如说一些极限运动就是确实是这些运动我们看起来的时候，就是我们都不太相信人类的身体都可以锻炼到这个程度有点不敢相信的这样子的程度身体肉体可以被锻炼成这样子。同样的，我们的精神呢，可以无限的锻炼。成长还有很多很多潜在的东西，我们永远都感觉不到，从来都没有感觉到，从来都没有不知道的东西，我们可以开发出来。
So just as we exercise our bodies and increase their strength, increase their physical potential, so that sometimes we look upon people who bodybuilders and athletes and experience wonder that the human body can be honed to such an extent. It's exactly the same with our own minds, our inner selves, our minds. They too have an extremely vast, you could say limitless potential for cultivation.
100年前，我们任何人都不相信有这么小的一个微尘可以毁灭这个世界。
100 years ago, nobody could fathom that an atom the size of a speck of dust had the potential to destroy the entire Earth.
但是现在我们大家都接受了这个道理。
However, by now, everybody accepts that this is possible.
应该说这个现实现在我们已经可以接受这个现实。
Or rather say that everyone accepts this reality. We could say that it has by now become a reality.
所以我们的内心当中也有这样子的东西是可以开发的，所以佛教鼓励我们相信人要相信自己的力量。
Because the Buddhist teachings regard every individual human as having a similar potential in regard to the cultivation of their mind, the teachings encourage us to be very confident, to have great faith in the power of the individual human to cultivate their inner potential.
佛教讲这个理论和方法那么我们自己通过这种佛教的方法去训练的时候呢，当我们自己稍微有一点点这个成功的时候，成就的时候呢，然后我们就发现这个理论是对的那个时候我们就感觉到确实是有一个无限的力量是可以被开发的。
So the Buddhist teachings provide us with theory and with methods in respect of this. And if we are to work on them and put them into practice, then even when we've perhaps just attained a relatively modest level of accomplishment, we will become aware of the fact that there is indeed this potential of the mind is in fact a reality. It's a real thing.
但是我们还没有实实在在的去训练尤其是我们还没有什么感觉，没有什么感受的时候呢，我们不太相信就像我们100年前的人不相信这个原子的巨大的力量一样的。
But until we've actually worked on practicing these teachings and methods and gained some personal experience of their effectiveness or efficaciousness, then it is rather difficult for us to have belief in them or to regard these kinds of things as possible. Our attitude towards these potentials is probably similar to people 100 years ago in respect of the energy potential and destructive potential of the atom.
佛教讲四个不可思议啊，四个不可思议。
In Buddhism, we talk about the four inconceivables.
其中一个就是物质的力量是不可思议的。
And one of them is the inconceivability of matter.
就我们从目前就在我们已经知道的这些物质的力量以外，还有物质，只要我们发现这个道理，只要我们有这个基础的话，那物质可以无限的可以开发它的力量，它是确实是不可思议的。
And indeed, so long as we have the methods for mining or actualizing the power of matter, then indeed we can say it is inconceivable in its potential.
然后第二个不可思议就是人类的智慧就是不可思议的。人类的智慧从我们现在的这么一个很小很小的智慧，然后通过这种训练，最后可以达到佛的智慧然后可以无限的增长。
And the second inconceivable that we speak about is the inconceivability of wisdom, of human wisdom, the capacity to expand or increase wisdom from the rather small, circumscribed and limited wisdom that we currently have to an extent of wisdom that is as all-expansive, as all-encompassing as the Buddha's wisdom. Yes.
好，通过这些道理我们最后发现，只要我能够努力只要我不放弃，我能够坚持的话，总有一天我会有一个力量可以帮助天下所有的人我能够帮助天下所有，我能够解决天下所有众生的问题痛苦就是这些道理当中呢，他会发现我现在是没有这样子的能力但是呢，如果我能够这个训练我去学习积极向上，这样子的话，总有一天我会有这样子的力量。
So in respect of Bodhicitta, as long as a person is persistent, is diligent, and keeps at it, then it is absolutely possible that one day they will generate the power of aspiration within them, a firm conviction in their capacity to assist all beings in relieving their suffering and attaining the causes for happiness.
所以大乘佛教的修行人呢，他就像一个勇敢的探险家一样，他就往自己的精神世界当中去寻找各种各样的力量。
So you could say that a practitioner of the Mahayana tradition is like a courageous explorer or a brave adventurer who turns inward to their own minds and their own inner self in order to access or manifest or generate all kinds of latent power and potential.
然后大乘佛教它的精神就是说这个开发自己的力量能量的这个方法呢，佛要给我提供释迦牟尼佛提供给我，只要佛把这个方法告诉我，然后呢，剩下的都是我自己的事情，我自己去努力，我自己去做这个时候呢，我们任何其他的人还是帮不上我自己去做。但是呢，我相信我能够做得到，我会成功。
And so a practitioner of the Mahayana teachings has faith that in putting into practice the methods that the Buddha has taught, they will with diligence in this practice, be able to achieve this result. So the teaching, the method has been provided. However, in terms of putting it into practice, this is up to the individual.
所以这个时候呢，就需要一个很大的自信要相信自己能做得到。这样子以后呢，这个菩提心就比较容易升起。
So it's very important to have a high degree, a high level of self-confidence. With confidence, the generation of or generating bodhicitta is assisted.
佛教尤其是大乘佛教他认为我们的这个进步最大的阻碍绊脚石是什么呢？就是小急和自卑我们认为这个所有众生的这个生老病死的问题，怎么可能我能够解决呢？我现在我自己的问题都没有解决，我怎么可能做到这些呢？不可能的这样子的话，那么他永远都没办法走这个大乘佛教的路。
The greatest obstacle in the path of practice for a practitioner of the Mahayana tradition is seen as self-doubt, pessimism, and negativity, a doubt in one's capacity to be able to be of assistance to all living beings. This is considered a great impediment to one's practice.
然后他就下决心我要成佛，我要成为像释迦牟尼佛这样子的佛，我要成佛。我成了佛以后呢，我就有更大的能力去帮助天下所有的众生所以我要成佛。这个时候呢，他就有这个决心就出来了。那这样子以后呢，我们前面讲的这个慈悲心，后面讲的这个我一定要成佛的这个决心加起来了以后呢，这叫做菩提心。
So the practitioner of the Mahayana path aspires to attain Buddhahood in order that they have a heightened capacity, a very great capacity to be of assistance in helping other living beings transcend suffering and attain the causes for happiness. So if we take the Buddhist compassion that we talked about before, the desire that all beings be free from suffering and the desire that they attain happiness, and then combine it with the aspiration to attain Buddhahood oneself in order to have a strengthened capacity to bring this about, well then this compassion and this aspiration put together, combined, make up what we refer to as bodhicitta.
我们每一个人都有不同程度的这个慈悲心不仅仅是人类包括动物、猛兽就像老虎、毒蛇，他们也有慈悲心的，只不过他们的慈悲心没有像人类这么的这个范围没有层次没有达到这个，但是呢，他们也有慈悲心。有些动物还是，比如说对自己的儿女有很大很大的这个慈悲心。有些时候我们人类都没办法达到的有这样子的爱或者是慈悲。
Loving kindness and compassion are qualities that all humans possess in some extent and also to varying extents. And we could say that it's not just human beings who possess these qualities, but they're also to be found in the animal realm as well. In fact, sometimes it would seem that many animals are able to demonstrate these qualities in a superior way.
这个慈悲是菩提心的种子然后我们把这个很小很小很渺小的这个慈悲心的种子培养通过这种大乘佛教的训练的方式训练，然后逐渐的扩大，最后它就变成了四无量心，这个完全是可以的。
So if we take this seed of compassion that every human being already has and then grow it by reliance on the training methods that are found in the Mahayana teachings, then it is entirely possible that gradually we will grow this very small seed into a bodhicitta that is immeasurable in its scope.
还有智慧啊，智慧我们人类的智慧稍微比较高，然后呢，动物它也有智慧啊。不管怎么样啊，凡是生命啊，凡是有情，凡是有情众生，它都有不同程度的这个智慧啊。那么这个智慧就是佛的智慧的种子啊，这个种子可以通过训练啊，最后可以达到佛的智慧的这个层次。
And the same can be said of wisdom. All beings, whether humans or other kinds of sentient beings as well, all possess some extent or some degree of wisdom. It's also possible by relying on the teachings of the Buddhist tradition to increase this wisdom to the extent of a wisdom as vast as that of the Buddha.
这两个啊，一个是慈悲，我们所有人啊，所有动物具备的这个慈悲啊，然后第二个就是我们所有的动物、所有的人啊，所有的生命、有情生命具备的，不管这个程度有多高多低，具备的这个智慧，这两个在大乘佛教里面叫做佛种，就是佛的种子。
The Mahayana teachings describe the seed of compassion and the seed of wisdom that exist in all humans and indeed in all sentient beings as together, put together, wisdom and compassion as the seed of Buddhahood.
那么这个种子呢，我们自己具备了，我们不需要到外面去求啊，我们已经有了这个种子。那么现在我们需要的就是要培养啊，培养这个种子啊，栽培。那这个栽培的方法呢，我们就到佛学里面去找啊，寻找这个方法。
In respect of this seed of Buddhahood, it's not necessary for us to look for it somewhere else or to seek to acquire it from an external source. It's something that we already and always have within us. However, in terms of growing this seed, making it larger and increasing it, then this is something that we do through reliance on the teachings of the Buddhist tradition.
然后我们的心啊，就像一个肥沃的土壤啊。这个，比如说我们有一个很好的土地啊，然后呢，我也有这个种粮食的种子啊，我都有了。第一个我有土地啊，第二个我就有这个粮食的种子啊。那么现在缺乏什么呢？现在缺乏一个怎么样去种地的这个方法。有了这个方法，可以种地，然后就可以丰收。
Our minds are like a fertile soil, and given that we already possess the seed of Buddhahood, then really what remains is a need for methods or guidance on how to go about tending to the growth of this seed in this fertile soil.
比如说一个肥沃的土壤，它这个里面什么植物都可以种啊，好的不好的，比如说可以做药的药材，有毒的啊，都可以种啊。同样的，我们的心啊，我们人类的心，就像一个肥沃的土壤，那这个里面呢，我们也可以培养很好的东西，比如说爱心、慈悲心、菩提心等等啊，同样也可以培养这个不好的负面的这些情绪啊，它这里面呢都可以种的。
Given that our minds are fertile soil, they are potentially able to yield fruits that are positive nature as well as negative in nature. So just as it is possible to grow in fertile soil plants that possess positive and beneficial medicinal qualities, it's also possible in the same soil to grow plants that are poisonous. Our minds as fertile soil are able to, or have the capacity, the potential to manifest or grow positive and negative results as well.
比如说我们一个普通的人，他既不是很善良，也不是很残忍的一个这样子的人然后呢，他通过某一种环境或者是某一个文化的熏陶，或者是某一种他的这个朋友就是逐渐的时间长了以后呢就是因为他受到他的这个文化和环境和相处的人的影响他可以从一个不善良最后就变成一个非常善良的人。
It's possible for an ordinary person, a middling person, a person who's neither particularly cruel nor particularly kind, to become or transform through reliance on a particular environment or encounter with a particular kind of person or education through exposure to a particular culture, to transform from a state of not being particularly anything to being very kind and altruistic.
然后同样的道理，比如说他本来就是一个善良的人但是呢他就这个相处的人还有另外一种文化的熏陶，还有另外一种这个环境，就是受到了这些影响以后呢，这个人也可以从一个很善良的人最后就可以变成一个很残忍的这样子的人这个都可以的，这个我们现实生活当中经常发生的，我们每一个人的身边几乎都有这样子的事情，也许我们自己也有这样子的经历。
It's also possible, by the same token, for a person who starts out relatively kind in nature to, by virtue of external circumstances and the environmental factors in question, to turn into a person who is far from altruistic and quite cruel. This is something that we've no doubt observed in many cases ourselves. There are many examples of it in the world out there, and perhaps we've even had a similar experience in our own lives.
这个现实充分地说明了我们人的心就像一个肥沃的土壤那这个里面什么都可以种好的不好的都可以种然后呢好的又变成负面的，负面的又变成这个正面的，那么这些都要靠它的一些其他的影响其他的影响，其他东西的影响下，我们的心里什么样的东西都可以栽培这个充分说明了。
So this really demonstrates quite fully that our minds are like a fertile soil that can yield outcomes that are positive nature and in negative in nature at the same time.
那这个道理我们接受了以后呢，我们每一个人就要想办法在我们自己的心田里这个土地里，我们应该去种一些美好的东西然后这些美好的东西生长的时候呢，然后受到这个内在的影响，然后呢，外面的所有的这个世界也就变成了很美好的东西。我们会以我们的一个非常欢喜的这个心态去对待这个世界的时候呢，然后这个世界也给我们带来更多的美好的东西。这两个是相对的，相互影响，我们的心态跟世界环境是相互有影响的。
For this reason, everybody should be concerned to sow in the fertile soil of their own minds positive seeds that will yield positive outcomes. For the very reason that when they do generate positive outcomes in our mind, then this influences or impacts the way that we see the external world. by seeing it in a positive way, it then has an energy that reflects back positively towards us. So, in fact, the way that we perceive the world and the energy that the world gives us, they have a symbiotic relationship.
好，这个就是菩提心啊，给大家介绍了什么叫做菩提心。
So that is, in a nutshell, what we mean by bodhicitta.
啊，同时我们也介绍了，就是3个不同的层次。第一个是我们的世俗的爱，啊，第二个就是佛教这样的这个慈悲心，第3个在这个慈悲心的基础上发展出来的菩提心，啊，就这是这3个不同的心。
And we spoke about the difference between conventional notions of kindness and love, compassion, and then bodhicitta. And bodhicitta referring to the extraordinary aspiration that is built on the foundation of Buddhist compassion.
好，接下来我们给大家介绍这个菩提心的功德啊。什么叫做功德呢？有了这个菩提心，它能给我们带来什么正面的东西呢？这个就叫做功德啊，就是菩提心对我们的利益、对我们的帮助啊，这叫做功德。
And I'd now like to talk a bit about the benefit of bodhicitta. Or you might say the potential, the positive potential it has in respect to us as individuals.
菩提心的功德，我们首先第一个是，比如说我们是一个大乘佛教的修行人这样子的话，那这个菩提心是我们的必修的功课。
First of all, if we are practitioners of the Mahayana teachings, then the practice of bodhicitta is absolutely compulsory.
首先我们说第一个功德是什么呢？如果我们今天在座的某一个人不管是我们在这个社会上他扮演了什么样的角色，比如说有钱的、没钱的社会的上层人或者是底层人有权利、有势力、没有势力，不管是什么人，男女老少，只要有这个心那他叫什么呢？他就叫菩萨。
And in the Mahayana teachings, we regard a person who is able to cultivate bodhicitta and in respect of all beings. And here we mean all beings without differentiation between the different jobs that people perform, their positions in society, old people, young people, females, males, etc. A person who is able to generate this bodhicitta equally in respect of all beings is what we refer to as a bodhisattva.
我们很多人觉得菩萨是什么呢？就是寺庙的这个大雄宝殿，这个佛堂里面的这些秘书的铜像，还有这些比如说唐卡等等我们很多人认为菩萨是他们，但是呢，他们是菩萨的形象他不是菩萨，菩萨是人。比如说我们人，他们跟菩萨的关系是什么呢？我们人跟人的照片的这个关系，他们都是菩萨的形象。实际上，真正的菩萨呢，就不是我们画的，不是我们所画出来的，不是我们这个艺术的动作的而是一个人人就是菩萨。那么什么样的人呢？就是有这个心，就开始叫做菩萨。
Many people believe or of the view that what a bodhisattva is a statue that we find in a monastery or in a temple in the shrine room, a sculptured image of a of a deity manufactured from gold or some other substance, or perhaps a very elaborate image that we see on the surface of a tanka. But these are no more than images or renderings of a bodhisattva. They are not the bodhisattva in essence. A bodhisattva is a person. These images and sculptures that we find in monasteries and temples are no more than, you might say, what a photograph is to a human being.
那么我们可能也许觉得，那这不就是一个名字的不一样吗？实际上有什么意义呢？那实际上有很多的功德。我们也许觉得就是有了菩提心的话，那这个叫做菩萨。我们也许觉得，那这不就是一个名字吗？那这是一个名字的不同吗？那实际上有没有什么实质上的这个不一样呢？有很多很多的实质上的功德。
So whilst this might be seen as quibbling over words or definitions in terms of what a bodhisattva is, in actual fact, there is a lot of there are a lot of fine gradations and subtle meanings in terms of what a bodhisattva means, and the definition, of a bodhisattva, and we will proceed to explain them.
如果有一个人，他有一个这样子的这个菩提心有一个真实不虚的菩提心这样子的话，那就他从此以后他的从无始以来所造的他的这些所有的罪过就像杀盗淫妄这样子的所有的罪过都比较小的这些罪过呢，从本质上就全部就会清净从此以后就不会有这个果报然后非常非常严重的这些罪过呢，也就能够清净很多很多这是第二个功德，清净罪过方面的功德。
So the first benefit or positive effect of generating bodhicitta is its capacity to purify the effect, the karmic results of past negative action. Generating bodhicitta is able to purify the vast majority of all previous accumulated negative karma. In respect of less serious negative karma, it's able to purify it entirely. And in respect of of karma associated with very serious past negative actions, it's also able to purify this effect considerably.
比如说有一个人认为我以前做过很多很多的坏事杀过很多生偷过别人的东西，然后又撒谎欺骗过人等等，就是做了很多的这个坏事那么他现在感觉到这个都是有罪过那么他就想忏悔，像这些罪过像清净那这样子的话，最好的方法是什么呢？最好的方法就是发菩提心发了菩提心，如果真正能够发起菩提心的话，那就当下就很多很多的罪过都清净了。
So if a person feels a heavy sense of regret in respect of serious past negative actions they've committed, perhaps killing people, thieving from people, tricking people, deceiving people, then and feels on account of this sense of regret a very strong desire to purify this past accumulated negative karma, then the best means for doing so is generating bodhicitta, the aspiration that all living beings be free from suffering, attain happiness, and in respect of this goal, the determination to achieve Buddhahood for oneself. This is the best means of purifying one's own previously accumulated negative karma.
这是第二个功德我们刚才讲了，第一个功德呢，有了这个菩提心这个人，比如说我们当下比如说他有这样子的菩提心，比如说我们现在这个 讲课的时候呢，如果有人能够从发自内心的发起这样子的菩提心的话，那就是当下他就成为菩萨。这个我们刚才已经讲过了，第一个功德了。然后第二个功德呢，我们刚刚讲的，同时就清净了他的这些罪过，这是第二个功德。
So we spoke of the first benefit of bodhicitta, the capacity to become a bodhisattva oneself upon sincerely generating an aspiration of bodhicitta. And the second benefit was the capacity for a sincere aspiration of bodhicitta to immediately and in the moment that it is generated purify negative past accumulated karmic action.
我们还不知道这个佛教讲的善恶因果的时候呢，我们还不懂得害怕过去的这些我们自己做的这些罪过我们不会有这种这种恐惧感。但是呢，知道了这个善恶因果以后呢，就很多人就很害怕，很着急那怎么办呢？就不需要着急如果真的是感觉到自己有很多的罪过，感到这个恐惧，那这是好事那现在我们要做的是什么呢？就是要发菩提心。发菩提心是最好的忏悔的方法。
Many people, before they understand the operation of karmic cause and effect, they don't know or they don't understand to be fearful of and to feel a sense of aversion in respect of the past negative actions that they've committed. However, once a person does gain some understanding of the functioning of karmic law and effect, then many people find themselves feeling a great sense of terror and fear in relation to the potential results of things they might have done in the past. However, this is not necessary. Such anxiety and fear is not necessary. The best antidote or the best thing to do, the best corrective, is an aspiration of bodhicitta.
我们每一个宗教都在讲善和恶善恶。那么什么叫做善，什么叫做恶都有不同的说法那么佛教什么叫做善，什么叫做恶呢？佛教认为什么是善，什么是不善呢？佛教认为凡是帮助利益众生的这些行为比如说说话内心当中的这个起心动念还有这个实际的行动等等，凡是对其他的这个生命有帮助有利益的这种行为都叫做善。
All religions or religious traditions talk about good and evil, and in respect of how these two things are defined, there are many different explanations and understandings. From the point of view of the Buddhist teachings, good and evil, or virtuous and unvirtuous, can be understood in the following way. Good can be understood as any kind of action, whether it be physical, related to the body, whether it be verbal, through the means of speech, or at the level of thought or intention, so related to the mind. Any action that arises from these three gates that is of benefit to other beings, that is brings them positive result, this is considered as good.
然后什么叫做恶呢？什么叫做罪过呢？凡是对其他的生命有害这样子的事情，比如说我们说一些对其他的生命有害的话，然后做一些对其他的生命有害的事情然后就心里去想一些对其他众生有害的事情，而且是故意的去想，故意的去做，那这样子的行为都叫做罪过，都叫做恶。
Correspondingly, any kind of action related to our body, speech, or mind that causes harm to other beings, and particularly if it is deliberate harm, then this is considered as evil or unvirtuous action from the perspective of the Buddhist teachings.
那么这两个是什么是善，什么是恶啊？那如果我们过去做了这样子的罪业，那现在是怎么样去弥补啊？怎么样去忏悔呢？那当然最好的就是我们过去我们做了伤害别人的事情啊，那现在怎么去弥补呢？那理所当然，现在我们去做对别人有利的事情啊，来弥补啊，这个就是天经地义的事情，这个道理大家都能够接受的，这叫做忏悔。所以呢，发菩提心就是最好的忏悔。
So if in the past we have committed negative actions that have caused harm to other beings, then the best way of going about addressing this, purifying the negative karma associated with this action, is to naturally engage in conduct that benefits other beings.
好，第三个利益啊，第三个利益是什么呢？积累福报啊，我们像积累福报，我们去烧香啊、拜佛呀、供佛呀等等，我们去做很多事情啊，还有就是捐钱啊、修庙等等。做很多的这个事情，这是什么呢？我们就是做好事啊，积累福报，就多存储一些好的正面的这个能力啊。那这叫做积累资粮啊，用佛教的话来讲，就是积累资粮。那么这个烧香啊、拜佛呀、供佛呀，它都是积累资粮的方法，都是很好的啊。但是呢，最好的是什么呢？最好的就是发菩提心，没有任何一个方法，它能够这个积累的资粮达到菩提心所积累的这个资粮啊，所以任何一个积累资粮的方法都比不上菩提心，所以发了菩提心，这个就是最大的积累资粮的方法。
And the third positive potential of bodhicitta is its capacity to assist us in accumulating merit or accumulating what we refer to also as positive potential. Oftentimes, many people will make offerings of incense, they will worship Buddhas in temples, they will donate money to monasteries and engage in other kinds of meritorious or virtuous action in order to accumulate merit or positive potential. However, there is no other method that is able to transcend the generation of an aspiration of bodhicitta in terms of its potential to generate merit.
大家知道吗？供佛，我们经常去供佛供花、供香、供水等等。供佛的最好的供品是什么？大家知道吗？谁知道？举个手。好，你说什么呢？大供是什么呢？供法，供法再具体的说是什么呢？好好休息。再翻译一下，这是有。
A lot of the time, we make offerings of all kinds of substances, whether it be incense or water or flowers or other auspicious and nice substances. However, what is the most transcendent or best kind of offering we can make? And the answer was the offering of the Dharma. And then Khenpo said more specifically, and the answer was one's practice, practicing in a dedicated way.
回答准确可以这么说，但是呢还要具体一点。
That answer is, you could say, correct. However, it could be more specific.
再进一步回答。
好，你的理解？
我的理解是，最高等的供养和最高等的供养，就是好好的修行。
好好的修行，还不是刚才说过的吗？啊。
我们日常每天做功课的话，最基本的就是发菩提心，不断的发菩提心，
好，
真诚的发菩提心，这样来做功课，我觉得是最好的。
是的，是的，法供养是最好的供养，对，说的对，对，就是说的呀。
Yes, and so the answer was that while one is doing one's practice, one sincerely and genuinely generates an aspiration of bodhicitta in an ongoing way, and this is the best or the finest kind of offering that we can make. And Khenpo said, yes, yes, indeed.
还有谁知道更具体的呢？
Does anybody know or have a even more specific answer than this?
好，你回答。
我觉得是三轮体空的供养，三轮体空的法供养。
哇，这个很高深的。
Okay, so this was a specific answer that there are 3 types of dharmic offering that can be made, and Khenpo answered that is a very high and advanced understanding.
还有吗？最后一个。好，后面红衣服的。
我想的话，可能是身口心，可能是平时就是自己做的，就是动作，还有自己的心里面的一些想法，从这边去做的话是很好。
是。
另外一种，你现在另外一种的前头你大家说什么呢？
这样呀，得使劲的。
So this answer was the best kind of offering is when one acts in a positive way from all 3 gates of the person in terms of one's action, one's speech, and one's mind. So one acts positively and also acts with a positive intention.
好，我们3个人的回答啊，第一个回答就是要好好修行啊，就平时我们的修行就比任何的其他的供养好得多啊，这是第一个，是对的。然后呢，第二个就是3轮体空啊，这个3轮体空，我想可能很多人也不知道啊，就叫做修空心啊，修空心啊，这也是非常非常好的。然后最后一个就是回答呢说身口意啊三门啊去修行啊，那当然这个也是非常非常好的。三个问题啊，3个回答啊，都是很棒的啊。但是呢，我还要补充一下。
So in respect of the question, what is the best kind of offering that we can make as practitioners? There were 3 different answers. The first was the offering of our practice. By practicing well, this is the best kind of offering we can make. The second answer over here was the offering of meditation or practice on emptiness. And then the third answer over here was to engage in positive conduct with our body, speech and mind, doing positive things in action and both at the level of intention too. All of these 3 answers are excellent, very good, but I would still like to add something.
好，这些都是非常好的啊。还有一个我要补充的是什么呢？有佛经里面就专门讲最上层的公平，什么东西是让佛特别高兴的事情啊？比如说佛他是一个人啊，他本来也是一个人啊。那么我们给他送鲜花，给他供各种各样的金银珠宝的这个贡品，那他会喜欢吗？他不会那么喜欢这些东西的。
So it's said in the Buddhist scriptures that there is one thing that we can offer to the Buddha that would please him vastly. Of course, the Buddha originally was a real human being. It is said that if he were presented with various kinds of material substances, flowers and lights and incense, etc., would these please him immensely? No, not really.
是因为释迦牟尼佛他是迦毗罗卫国的国王的儿子，他是太子啊。那么这些东西呢，他皇宫里面有的是。
The reason being that the Shakyamuni Buddha was himself a prince, and all of these offering substances are things that he already had in his palace.
最后他把这些东西全部要放弃，他就寻找另外一个东西去了。
And he abandoned all of these things in order to search for something else.
那另外一个东西是什么呢？有一天他出城门到了外面去看了一下他们的这个国家的老百姓的这个情况，然后他就在这一天他就发现了很多很多他以前在王宫里面的时候根本就没有看到的东西，非常的惊讶。
And according to the life story of the Shakyamuni Buddha, one day he left the gates of the palace and went out into the world beyond, and he discovered all manner of phenomena among the ordinary beings that he had never, in fact, experienced before in his life in the palace.
他发现外面的这个世界里有人贫穷，有人衰老，有人生病，有人死亡。他看到了各种各样的痛苦跟他的这个王宫里面的生活完全是两个完全是不一样的世界他就那一天他就发现了一个这样子的现实。
And the realities that he discovered were the myriad sufferings of beings in the world outside the gates of his palace. So he discovered people who were afflicted with sickness, with aging, people who were dying, people who were impoverished, and all these things were completely different, completely sights that he were unimagined to him or unimaginable to him when he had dwelt in the palace.
然后他回到他的王宫的时候呢，然后他一直都把这些事情放在心里面立即对他的这个皇宫里面的生活不感兴趣立即就不感兴趣了。他一直都想怎么样去能够找到一个帮助他所看到的这些人的方法，他一直都在想这个事情。
And when he returned to his palace, he was not able to cast the things that he'd seen from his mind. He became immediately uninterested in the various things surrounding him in his palace and consumed by thoughts of how he could go about finding a way to relieve beings from the kinds of sufferings that he had seen.
然后他觉得这个王宫里面的这些权利，这些各种各样的这些名利这些东西，他觉得还是不能解决这些人的问题。因为我们这里有王宫，这是我们的国家，但是呢，我们的王宫除了这个城门这么近的地方都有这么多人这么多人贫穷的、衰老的、死亡的，我们没有给解决他们的问题。所以呢，他觉得我这样子过下去以后，我去做这个国王的时候呢，我也同样的解决不了他们的问题。我父亲他当了这么长的国王，他没有解决这些问题那我以后做这个国王的时候呢，我同样也不能解决到他们的问题，所以我要出去寻找一个能够解决这些人的痛苦的方法。然后他终于就 都逃走了，离家出走，逃走。
So the Buddha at this point became extremely uninterested and disillusioned in the power and wealth and influence that characterized life within the palace walls. The reason being that it was obvious upon seeing such suffering beyond the palace gates that none of these things were actually effective in relieving these beings of their suffering. His own father, despite having been king for as long as he had not been able to solve the sufferings of beings outside the palace gates, and if the Buddha himself were to become king, then he would probably follow in his father's ineffective footsteps. So on this account, he determined that he would not follow this course, and at this point renounced his princely life and left the palace.
金银珠宝、权力名声，他认为这些都没有什么了不起的，不是什么很稀罕的东西，然后呢，他认为最稀罕的、最罕见的大家都得不到的东西呢，就是这种平等的慈悲心。然后就从此以后他就踏上了寻找这个慈悲心的道路所以我们现在供佛我们用金银珠宝，用各种各样的供品去供佛我们有没有福报？有，但是呢，没有我们去发大慈大悲、发菩提心这样子的功德。
So the Buddha had really relinquished any hope in the capacity of the royal riches and fame and power to relieve the sufferings of beings outside the palace. And what he set out in search of was a method for attaining a great kind of compassion. So it's for this reason that while there is merit and benefit in making material offerings of splendid things to the Buddha, they can never rival the merit and the benefit of generating a profound and sincere aspiration of great compassion and bodhicitta.
好，我要最后告诉大家最好的供佛的供品就是菩提心这个不是我说的，佛经里面呢有一部经是专门讲这个的。
So I'd just like to end by telling everybody that in saying that the finest or most unsurpassed form of offering that we can make is in fact compassion, this is not something I've made up. It's said in the Buddhist scriptures, and in actual fact there is a particular scripture that outlines this extensively.
好，最后一个功德因为菩提心有很多的功德，华严经里面讲了几百个菩提心的功德，但是呢，因为我们今天时间的关系，我们就只讲4个功德那么最后一个第4个功德是什么呢？我们有一天我们真正有一个这样子的真实不虚的菩提心的话，那从此以后我们根本就不需要担忧我下一辈子会不会堕地狱会不会堕恶鬼会不会堕这个旁生根本就不可能的。
In respect of the various benefits and positive potentials of generating bodhicitta, there are hundreds described in the Flower Garland Sutra, but tonight, due to time restraints, we only have time to concentrate on 4 of these, and the 4th is the capacity of the aspiration of bodhicitta to prevent us from descending to the lower realms. There is no need to be fearful of such an outcome upon one's death if one generates bodhicitta in this lifetime.
好，最后我要给大家推荐2本书，如果大家 希望更进一步的去了解这个菩提心的功德的话，那就我推荐2本书。第一个就是《入菩萨心论》入心论的第1品。
And I'd just like to recommend a couple of books to everyone. If you're interested in learning more about bodhicitta, then these 2 books are excellent places to start. The first is The Way of a Bodhisattva, and in particular the first chapter.
第2本就是《华严经》华严经的第30品第30品里面就讲了很多有几百个菩提心的功德。
And then the second text is the Flower Garland Sutra, and particularly the 30th section. Within this section, several hundred of benefits or merits of bodhicitta are mentioned.
好，今天的课我们因为时间的关系讲到这里，然后我们明天就给大家介绍这个菩提心的具体的这个培养的方法，最后我们大家一起做回向那什么叫做回向呢？今天我们讲经说法、听经闻法，这个有很大的功德。那么这个功德我们分享给天下所有的众生，我们每一个人就发愿，以我们的功德能让天下所有的众生幸福、快乐、健康，最后所有人都能够离苦得乐、解脱成佛以这样子的心愿来大家回向。
So we are now going to dedicate our merit to all beings now. The fact that we've come here tonight and we have listened to these teachings is a very meritorious thing indeed. So in dedicating our merit from having come to tonight's teaching, we do so with the aspiration that all beings attain temporary happiness and freedom from suffering, and ultimate happiness and freedom from suffering in terms of finally attaining Buddhahood. And we thereby share and dedicate the merit that we've generated tonight with all sentient beings.
Sunum de tanja zubanya domne ni be rana banshe kirga na je walong zhe bai zhi bin zhu lin zhu a zhu re shu a hong ban zhen ge zhe ba ma se de hong a hong ban zhen ge zhe ba ma se de hong a hong ban zhen ge zhe ba ma se de hong。谢谢大家，大家晚安。